This is the quiet fire, a space for what men never say, but always feel. A place where desire doesn't need permission, where memory breathes through the skin, and truth whispers through silence.
There was a moment. Maybe it was years ago. Maybe it was yesterday. It was a glimpse into a secret chamber, a door left slightly ajar, revealing a world of unspoken emotions and unfulfilled desires. It was a collection of cells and nerves, tendons and lines, but it held a universe within its grasp. It was a bridge between two souls, a vessel for unspoken words, and a map of a person's journey. A presence so close, you almost leaned in, but didn't. You felt something, a warmth in the chest, a quickening below the belt. It was the promise of a fire, a sizzling current that danced along the skin and ignited a longing that had been tamped down for far too long, not just sexual, but ancestral. Your body lit up like it remembered something your mind had never been taught. And then, you blinked. You turned. You laughed it off. It was a desperate attempt to keep the fire contained, a shaky hand trying to cover the flames before they consumed everything. It was a thin veil of humor, masking the raw and primal emotions underneath. It was a decision to bury the truth under layers of wit and sarcasm, hoping no one would see the cracks in the facade. Because you were a boy, a man, and boys don't feel that. Men don't touch each other like that, not that way. You didn't call it attraction. It was like a ghost, a shadow that lingered but was never acknowledged, a constant presence that was never named. It was a silence that spoke volumes, a void that could swallow whole universes. It was a refusal to acknowledge and a desperate attempt to forget, all at once, a delicate balancing act that could crumble at any moment, that it didn't happen, that you were just tired, or drunk, or weird, or dreaming, but it did happen. And your body still remembers, that hand, that breath, that fire, the one you never let burn. This episode is not about guilt, not about labels, not about changing who you are. It's about the space you never gave yourself. It was a powerful realization, a reckoning with the depth and complexity of one's own emotions, and a journey towards self-acceptance and vulnerability. It was a breaking of chains and a letting go of societal expectations, a reclaiming of one's true identity, and a celebration of the beauty of all that is soft and gentle. It was a liberation and a homecoming, a rediscovery of the full spectrum of human experience, and a recognition that strength and tenderness can coexist, that you could want another man, not with your story, but with your skin, and that maybe, just maybe, he wanted it too, but he also didn't speak. So you both stayed in the silence, shoulders brushing. It was a moment of perfect stillness, a frozen tableau of two souls locked in a silent embrace, their hearts beating in synchrony and their bodies burning with a fire that neither could contain. It was a wordless conversation, a dance of longing and understanding, and a flame that could never be extinguished. It was a moment of pure vulnerability and unspoken connection, a moment that would be remembered forever in the depths of both their hearts. But here's the truth. Your longing is not a threat. It's not betrayal. It's the most honest thing you've ever felt. You don't have to explain. There's no one waiting with a scorecard, no panel of judges ready to weigh the strangeness of your hunger, no secret tribunal in your head demanding footnotes for every ache and impulse. You do not need to justify wanting what you want, not to your father's shadow, or to the myth of manhood you outgrew before you hit 17. You don't need to find clever names for it, or apologize for how it shivers through your sleep, or chart the genealogy of your longing back to some failed moment in puberty. You don't even need to let it out if you don't want to. You can carry it like a stone in your pocket, a warmth in your bloodstream, an ember under your tongue. You don't even have to do anything. Just listen to your body.
If this stirred something in you, let it live. Let it breathe. Don't rush to name it. Don't rush to kill it. Let it exist. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to follow the heat, you'll know where to find me. Until then, burn quietly.